Hey everyone, this is Dan Kamenstein. Thanks so much for joining us on day one of the MCG Pandemic Medicine Elective. I hope you guys had a great time. Overall, things went really well. We had a couple technical glitches, but nothing that would be unexpected. I thought I would just go over a couple of those things now so that we can continue to run smoothly for the rest of this week. So again, our team is the MCG Pandemic Medicine Elective. So if you have a lot of teams, as I do, so if you go here, we have a nice little logo that the instructional design folks have made for us. You click here, and then you should see this, which is you should see that you have access to a general channel, and you'll have some private channels. So each of you should be invited to a group. So in this case, you'll see group one, and then our main lectures and discussions channel. Just as a note, the general channel should not be used for anything other than posts that you want to send to everyone asynchronously, so offline. So we had a problem this morning where we had accidentally started a meeting in the general channel, and so half of you had joined this meeting. All meetings are going to be through this main lectures and discussion. So all of our class and all our lectures are going to be here. And I purposely titling each day separately. So day one, this is everything we did today. Day two, so when you come log in tomorrow for your meeting, day two will be here. So if you click on this invite here, and again, that's under the main lectures and discussions section. If you click on day two, it'll take you to this invite, and then you just say join, and then you can join our meeting. So that's by far the best way, is make sure that you're on the correct day. And you'll see here that all of the posts associated with the first day actually show up under our day one invite. And then all of the posts that we will have for tomorrow's meeting will show up here. So that's a nice way that we separate posts from day one from the other posts. If you want to get fancy, the other way to make sure you're joining the correct meeting is just go to calendar. So we're going to go to calendar here, and we're going to scroll up here, and we can see that the correct way to join the meeting would be to click here on day two. So if you clicked here, you'd join yesterday's or today's meeting. You want to click on the invite that correlates with the day you're on. So if it's Tuesday, March 31st, click here on day two, and you'll see that you can again click join, and you can join the meeting. If the meeting has already started, there'll actually be a little word box up here that says join, and you can join the meeting if it's already in progress. So those are the two real ways to join the meeting to make sure you're in the right place. Again, this is always should be under the main lectures and discussions portion of this team. One other note I wanted to make is that if you look here at our chat stream, anything, when you want to ask a lecture question, just use the @ symbol. So if you click @ and then type in lecture, you'll see that we get to lecture questions, or you can just hit @ and question. So if you have a specific question, if you have an IT or technical question, you can send that to specific people. If you have a lecture question, just use the @ lecture question. And that way, when your question comes up, it'll actually clearly be highlighted as lecture question. And that helps us as moderators identify which are lecture questions. You can see here that we can see these clearly titled versus just other comments. So it's fine to make other comments and things within this chat stream, but if you have a specific question, it really helps if you use that @ lecture question to help us as moderators identify that. One other comment I will make as we go through this is tomorrow we're going to ask you to break up into small groups. And so you each have been assigned a group, and you'll see here group one, for example. And so you can start meetings within your group itself. And I sent a prior post about how you could have a group meeting at the same time as the main meeting is running. So refer to that post for a little bit more details. But basically, when we ask you to break up in small groups, you have all been assigned a group, so you should be able to see that group on the side. So while the main lecture is running, if we ask you to break up into small groups, just click on your group, and all you have to do to start a meeting, only one person has to do this, hit camera, and you're going to say meet now. And if you click that meet now, what you'll see happen is a meeting is going to start. So I'm going to meet now with group one. And you're going to see that here in group one now a meeting has started. So I'm the only person in the meeting, and you can see that if someone started a meeting in group one, anyone else in group one can click join to start the meeting. The other way you know that a meeting is going on in your group is there's a little purple camera icon showing up right here. So when we say break up into small groups, don't hang up on the initial meeting. Just go over, click on your group, and either start a meeting by hitting this button here or join a meeting if one of your other group members has started this. So each of you should have 8 or 9 people in your group, and that way you can have smaller group discussions, smaller group chats, and then come back and join the main meeting. One other comment I wanted to make in regards to questions. We really appreciate all the questions that you asked during the lecture itself. So some of those we were able to answer, but not all of them. Those questions have not been lost. So what we are doing is taking all of the questions that were asked during that chat stream, especially the ones that we could identify, and we're going to keep a running list of those. And those actually can be found in the notes section here. So if you click on notes, you can see that this will actually bring up a note section, and here's all the questions that came up during the first day of lecture. And so these are something every day we're going to try to keep a running list of these. We're going to have one note per day, so you can see I've already started questions from day 2. We don't have any yet, obviously, but these are all the questions from day 1. So some of these we answered, some of this we haven't had time to get to. I would encourage all of you as students, please take a look at these. If you found resources or you think there's a good resource that everyone should be aware of, please post a response to the question here in the notes section. So if you have a link, put the link in here. If you found an interesting article, please just put it here so that we can all see it. It would be helpful if you identified who you were so that we know who is posting. We're also going to try to send these to the faculty lecturers at the end of every day so that they know which questions were asked and can loop back with you in case we didn't get to all of them. One other thing to note here is we have a section for offline questions. So if you think of a question, you don't really want to ask it in the main chat, but you just have a general question about something that you'd like us to cover, just put it here in offline questions. And this is an easy way that when we're going through the curriculum, we can actually decide which questions we still need to answer. If there are any things we should cover that we didn't, we'll see that in the offline questions. Also, we're hoping that week 4 will be really mainly constructed from the questions that you've asked. So this is a very dynamic curriculum, and a lot of the specific topics we're going to cover in week 4, we'd like to pick out specifically from the questions you've been asking. So please do take use of that questions portion here. Again, that's just under the notes. And please also continue to let us know if there's anything else that you're confused about or having trouble with. Most of all, we just want to thank you for being part of the elective and trying something new with us. We really are looking forward to spending the next 4 weeks with you.